FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
For me, one of the interesting moments in this crisis has been what I call Greenspan's confession. And many people, I think, here are aware of it, that, it is actually quite striking when you see a man his age and after his life experience saying, my theory of the world was wrong, my framework was wrong. And it is interesting to see what was his framework and why was it wrong. And he articulated the framework. He said that he had expected firms, financial firms in particular, to be in the best possible position to protect their interests and to protect their long-term survival. And he had not expected them to engage in what turned out to be essentially suicidal policies. And when you stop to think about this, there are really two elements that are very surprising in Greenspan's framework, the one that he would like to give up now. One is really the assumption that agents are fully rational, and there is a lot of evidence clearly that they're not. The other is the idea that firms are actors, that firms are rational agents. But firms are really not actors, and certainly financial firms, as we have learned, are not actors. There are agents making decisions, there are executives making decisions. The interest of those executives and the interest of that abstract idea that we call a firm are clearly not aligned. And if we want to understand why firms are suicidal, it is in part because the agents are behaving, and as Nassim indicated, they are actually quite frequently not committing suicide. So there is a mismatch between firms and the actors who act on their behalf, and the mismatch is in part a mismatch in time scales. For a firm in principle, there is a long horizon. People have a much shorter time scale. They have to have 3 meals a day, a salary every month, a bonus every year if they are in the financial industry. And so their scale of rewards is on a completely different scale than what is in principle the best interest of the corporation. And we must take that into consideration when we think about what they do.